You beautiful women.
Scano.
There's Scano. Hi. We're so happy to have you here. We're so happy to have you here.
Who's that pretty girl beside you?
Who, me?
Sherry. Sherry.
One next to Jody. What's her name again? Sherry.
That's right. She interviewed us.
Yes. Both you girls got beautiful smiles.
Well, it's because we're seeing you today.
Yeah.
I gotta fix my bonnet.
What the hell you doing, Brandy? Smile up, smile right, for God's sake. We're on TV, don't you know that?
She's got to dye her a different color. Look at it. It's too white. It goes in the dark.
My hair glows in the dark, so you can find me.
Damn it, you got all over the
We got to get some of that.
It's wonderful to have you ladies here.
Yes. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, we're gonna have some wonderful conversations in the next 9 weeks. But today we've invited you on to just be able to introduce some of our guest speakers that will be joining us, and just really bring in the love and the laughter and the humor into our homes over the next the next hour and a half or so. But yeah, we're gonna leave you ladies in this room for a little bit until we come back in and talk with you.
I thought we were gonna be doing this. I thought I was here to bingo. What's going on, Bambi? You said we was gonna play bingo.
That's right.
Maybe we can after.
I had to get you here somewhere. Yes.
Oh yeah.
After this. This is too important.
It's too important.
Bingo's important too. Yeah.
So tell me about it.
Help these people be happy, you know.
Well, we're here on Grandmother's Voice.
Yes.
And this is all about enlightening, uplifting those spirits, right? Those people that come with their knowledge to share with us and to help lift us up. What do you know about it?
People. I said they're gonna be bringing some good information to the community, to the everybody who gets to tune in to this TV or broadcast or whatever you call it. They're gonna bring some wise words and along with it some laughs, and we can help with that part too, right? It's all about community.
Right. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they're gonna air some speakers.
Oh, good one.
So be sure and watch that. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I will.
Oh dear.
I'll turn off the TV and I'll watch that TV on the computer.
I'll try to get away from that Jerry Springer show.
Jerry Springer. Oh, dear.
No, I like
that. You mean?
I like that Maury Povich.
You like what? Who do you like? Oh, that's right.
Let's go.
That's a good show.
It beats the days when we used to have to be the antenna with our arm and hand standing on one leg trying to get one black and white channel. Remember those days? Oh yeah, that was funny.
We had to use the pliers to turn the channel.
Yeah.
Yes, we had.
That's right. That's right. That's what we had to do. But we thought we was rich when we got that big old TV. Nowadays, there's only a little wee piece of that TV. There's no big boob tube at the back. It's like there's nothing to the TV no more.
I know, eh? I remember back in the day when all the neighborhood kids would come to my house and watch TV.
Yeah.
Had like 10 kids around the TV laying on the floor watching those cartoons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because we were the only one had hydro for a long time.
That's right.
Yeah. But
Our
we
house
was,
was always full of kids. Yeah.
everybody thought we was rich, right? But Daddy just worked hard, that's all. We didn't have lots, but we had what we needed, and we had the love, so that was good one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
For
Right,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
We was probably poor, but we didn't know it because we always had food on the table.
Yeah.
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 You
I
can
like
tell
the memories with mother. We used to come outside and play ball with. Oh, that was nice when mom did that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Played ball.
Yeah.
We all had big families back then, eh?
I
There
know.
were 7 of us.
7 of us, and down the road they had 16 kids down the road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were busy, them people back then. Oh yeah. Yep.
Bambi was
Not so
the
busy
easiest. We
today.
used to have to teach her.
I know.
Set her straight.
For sure.
But
And
that
it was nice when we got older. We knew more stuff too, eh? When we got older.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Remember playing and making forts and houses.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now the kids don't even go outside. They're always stuck in front of the TV or their Xbox. Or...
yeah.
Come on, kids, get outside. Get some exercise.
It's such
For
a different
sure.
world, right?
Yes, it is. Your
Sure
grandkids,
is.
don't they? Aren't they professional dancers?
Oh yes.
You're
Yeah, they dance their little hearts out. Yeah. Yeah, I like to watch
Yeah.
them dance. Reminds me when I used to be a go-go dancer.
Oh, you remember that? Oh, I do too.
Still
You
sing it
probably
like I
still got
used
those
to.
white go-go's.
Yeah, look at you go. Look at you
I
go,
know,
Grandma.
I still got
You
it.
still got it. Yeah, right on.
Yes, you do. You got it.
Oh, I almost forgot about those days. She's getting
Right?
me spunky here again talking about those go-go days.
And those white go-go boots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, mini
right?
skirts.
Hot pants.
Wow.
Well, I don't
Oh.
like to shake my booty too much because Henry still gets excited. So I gotta get away from him. Yeah.
Good old Henry.
Henry, oh yeah.
Oh,
That old
dear.
fart, he's still around here, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I take care of him or he
Oh,
takes care of me, but we're doing all right. 60 years now we've been
That's a
married.
good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
60 years old.
Wow.
60 years.
Good. That's good, Berta.
Yeah.
Good for you.
We're sort of like that
Yeah.
Dolly Parton, you know how she never shows her husband. I don't rarely show Henry either. He's in the background. I'm the famous one. Yeah.
Oh,
Good
my
old
goodness.
It's good to see you. I wish
Henry
I
left
could be.
credit.
I wish I could be over there
What's
with
that?
you, but all this
Yes.
corona
Oh, me
bed
too.
and it's just scary now. You gotta stay home.
Oh, I know. I haven't done so much cooking in all my life.
Oh, gee, isn't that?
No,
But I'm
right?
learning how to cook now. Use those spices. I'm spicing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Good one. Awesome.
My house hasn't been so clean
Really, isn't
Yeah.
it? And you should have seen her garden in the summertime. Oh my God, she had big flowers all over her house,
Oh,
outside her
nice.
house. Oh,
Yeah,
Like to
that's
garden.
awesome.
Like to get down and dirty. Get
yeah,
down and dirty.
yep,
Well,
in
and
the dirt. Yep, for sure.
I know my
For
bank
sure.
account is a little bit better because I haven't been able to go to the bingo.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hopefully
That's
that's
right,
looking
Bertha.
good
Yeah.
so we can go, eh? Or go to the
Yes.
casino.
That's
I miss going with you girls. And
Yeah, that was a
Peter.
nice night out when we got together.
Oh yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, I miss Beatrice
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Bernice.
for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
It's not the same without them.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll get in the last one.
Yeah, I think so.
come
Maybe.
in with
Yeah,
us.
that'd be
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So these people are gonna start coming in soon, I guess, eh?
I think so.
guess.
I'm pretty
Anxious to
excited
see who
about
they are.
all these people that are gonna be in there. I'm pretty excited. Oh, look at I see some faces now. Oh, Scano. Ladies, see you're just in a trance over there.
A tight squeeze here.
There. Oh,
Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Renee.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, it is tight.
Renee.
Carmen.
How are you
Oh,
doing?
who's that man with
Doing
you?
well.
It is great to
Oh,
see
some
you.
more people.
Have you
Oh,
ever?
this is getting fun.
Hi, ladies again.
Wow. Carmen,
Yeah.
was it you that did that? Oh, Father, we're out our down. Where you did
Yep.
the dance,
was
right?
me.
Was
That
that
was me.
you? Yes, I.
Yeah, I had my high heel boots and everything.
Yeah. Was it, yeah, was it
Yes.
you did a good job there.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Boy, oh
Yeah.
boy.
I had a lot of fun back in those days.
And that
You guys were the
Renee,
hit. You gals were the
you
hit
should
back
see
then.
that Renee do the smoke dance.
I know.
Oh, don't get it started.
Yeah.
You
Now
see Renee
remember,
shake
yeah,
those hips when
go
she
too
smokes
hard,
dances.
Yeah.
She's almost 80. She still smoke dance.
Oh,
Oh,
Give her.
When you got rhythm, you got rhythm.
Good words to say.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Very knowledgeable.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to welcome
I've known
everybody.
Renee long time. Yeah.
I miss you guys. It's time
yeah,
to bring
nice
you
to
back
see
home.
you.
Yeah. So welcome everyone. It is a pleasure to have the beautiful women in our community, the
You're gonna
beautiful
make me cry.
mothers, that grandmothers and their great grandmothers. It's our time, grandmas. It's our time to get up and speak. It's our time to renew our relationship with our children and remind them how to get through. And this is why grandmother's voices came. It was our time to round up our children, round them up and say, this is the work you got to do. You got to carry on for us. So we asked the ancestors to guide us, and this is what came about. They said not to worry, we will send them. And we are so blessed because in our prayers, we have given this opportunity to bring forth these helpers to help your spirit to be lifted. We come to this place of rekindling our fire, bringing back our spirit. And this is what our community needs. And this is why it was because of a beautiful person that came into our lives and reminded us when we were young, when I was young. It was grandmother Sarah. She said, get ready. We need to get ready for the time that's coming. We need to prepare our children. We need to bring our people back together again in that good way, how it was with the Gunaligoa. And so we started to bring in the people because we needed to hear the words. We need to hear the similarities of their stories of where we were and where we're going. And so with that, we have brought in many people to support one another, to bring them up, because we have to get ready. And you know the best way, we're always told that we have the best medicine ever, and that is our laughter, because laughter has made it possible for us to get through all our challenges. Every one of us here has had our challenges, but you know what? We laugh because we say, remember when? Remember when we didn't have any food on the table? Oh, we got through it. Remember when we didn't have to walk? I mean, to have a bus driving us to school, we had to walk. Remember, we didn't have all these fancy clothes to go to school. We had each other. We had hand-me-downs, because you know what? Those hand-me-downs had still that feeling of a loved one wearing that. And when I would get something from my older cousins, I always felt, I felt good. I hope my younger sisters and my siblings, that they felt the same way, because we shared. That was important. We shared. We had a lot of hard times, and this is what Grandma's coming. Grandma's voices are here to help and support, to remind us that whatever we're going through, we can get through it. And so we thank all those that are coming here today. There are many more that you will see, because the ancestors have opened this door for us to reach everybody, not only in our reserve, but other reserves and other communities, to bring back a gift. The gift that the grandmothers that need to be heard again. And so with that, we say, with much love, we are very honored. We are very blessed to have you come and share your beautifulness, your wonderfulness, your medicine that is needed for our community. And this is what we have today and the days to come. It's a message of hope. It's a message of hope. But most of all, Guadaluncua. This is why we're here. The grandmothers, we want to give you that love when you're feeling you are struggling right now. When you look at your grandma, look at her. When you look at your grandpa, look at him, and know that they have overcome a lot of things, and you can too. And so this is why we're here today. And you'll see us at different stages in our life to help each and every one. So I want to thank each of you today, and may you continue to be in tune, as they say, right?
Yes.
Be in tune.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to hearing the words that will inspire us again, because we need inspiration, just like you.
Oh, Yanre. I think somebody's watching the TV or something somewhere.
Yeah, with Teresa and Yvonne, we can only hear whatever's in the background there. You might have to ask them to turn off their whatever they're watching for a little bit. Because we can't hear your voices when you do talk. We only hear theirs.
So it's time for the grandmothers to be heard.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Renee, for always bringing everyone together.
Anyway, as you were speaking, I was thinking.
Go ahead, Yvonne. Somebody else. Yeah.
I remember Renee and I, we lived across from each other in Brantford. Did you hear me? I don't know.
Yeah, we can hear
Can you
you.
hear us?
Yeah, we can hear your background though.
Okay. I remember. Renee and Oh, can you still hear it?
I can't hear you too good.
No, it's difficult because whoever's watching TV or whatever
We
is
got
happening in
background
your
noise yet?
background.
We still got background noise?
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
lot.
Let's go. Okay, we're gonna move. Come with us. We're gonna move.
Well, okay, we can watch you.
Come with
That'll be
us
fun.
now. We're gonna take you. We're gonna take you for a walk.
All right.
Come for a walk with us now.
Awesome.
Okay.
We
I
will.
thought Bambi was gonna go raise some
bumpy ride.
cane in there.
I don't trip, mister. I'm going to
Keep up with Bambi there, Yvonne.
Is that a bumpy ride?
That's all right.
Okay. Okay.
My table.
I didn't bump you around too much, did I? There.
Oh, you look beautiful.
Good one. How's that?
That's perfect.
Good for a short walk.
Well, for a short walk, yeah. No, that was
Come on,
gonna.
you crazy lady, smarten up.
You're me though.
Oh, you were on the. Oh. I'm Teresa now.
So you were saying,
let's
Yvonne?
get steer maybe.
You were telling a story.
Oh yeah, I was telling a story about Renee and our children grew up together. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot of things in my journey. And one of the things I learned was when I see my grandchildren, whatever they're doing today, whether they're drinking or using drugs or whatever, I look at my granddaughter or my grandson and say, you know what? You are a beautiful woman with a beautiful spirit. You are sober. You are drug-free. You care and love about yourself. Daughter looks at me and says, thank you, Grandma, but I'm not those things. Well, in my eyes, she's those things. That's what she's working towards, is to be that person. And as long as I'm feeding her, that's going to help on that healing journey.
Sure.
There ain't nobody, any child, any human being out there, just say one nice thing to them. That's going to help them on their journey someday. I believe that with all my heart because it to me. Yeah. 30 some years ago, encouragement. 30 some years ago, I sobered up. And I'm still here. Yeah, I'm going to be here for a long time yet. But I can't smoke dance, Renee.
I agree with what you're saying. It's like the Bible says that too. You call those things as you see them. It might not be right now, but if they put it out there, it comes to pass.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, we're gonna us from Grandmother's Voice are gonna step out because I think some other visitors are
Yep, our
coming
grandchildren see us do goofy things. My one says, oh, Grandma, you're too old to be dancing like that. Well, come on, dance with me.
Never too old. That's why I
But they get over it after a while. They start dancing with you again, right, Renee?
Right.
So we're gonna jump off, ladies, grannies. We're gonna jump off because there's gonna be more people coming in the room to say hi to you and introduce themselves.
Take off again.
Okay. Sounds good. I like
She's
that.
always running around. Oh, girl. Oh.
Okay, let's see who's gonna come now. I think it's Joel. If I'm saying that right, it looks like Joel. No whispering, ladies. Okay.
Well, we're hoping that people are coming on time, but you never know.
Oh,
Right? The
they
schedule.
fooled us, did they?
Yeah, there's somebody in the back room right now. I think we got Roberta Hill, and she's got a guest as well with her. She's not scheduled for a little bit, but we'll let her come in the room until Joel comes.
Let's just play it by ear.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Scano, Roberta.
I can't really see your guest a little bit.
Can you see me and my guest? I have two guests here. I have John Elliott and Don Hill. We're all mushroom guys.
Oh. I can only see one guy. It looks pretty handsome too, mind you.
I hope that was John I have to give you Granny's credit because you know what? You bring out the best of us with your humor. And one of the things that I found over the years is that it's humor that really, really gets to you. It's something that stays with you, and it really lightens your soul a little bit, so you have a lot of enjoyment, and it's laughter that's healing to us. You know, if we couldn't laugh at the mush hole even, I think it would have been even more dismal. But you know what? People like John Elliott found ways to do things, and we can laugh about them now. I don't know if he was laughing then. But yeah, it's something that you've really given us a gift, is that gift of laughter.
No, but laughter is universal, right? No matter where, no matter what, you see that smile come on somebody's face and you just want to smile back too. So that's good.
It's contagious.
It is. That's a good word. Contagious.
But you know, with our group right now, what we're doing is we're working on that Mohawk Village Memorial Park because we want to give back to the memory of the children who were there, you know, to honor the children that went through some very difficult, traumatic times. And so today we want to move forward. We don't want to be stuck there, you know, and I know people that just absolutely do not want to set foot on those grounds. And that's not good because that's really, they've got a hold on you still, and we can't have that. We have to move forward in a better way. So that's what we're doing, is that we're really, we've been working at it for a while, but we don't give up. We're pretty stubborn. John's probably more stubborn than all of us. He never gave up, you know, for all the times he ran away and was punished, you know, with confinement. But yeah, we don't give up. This is something that really is, I would say, something that really needs to be done. We can't just sweep residential school history aside. This will be a place where people can come. Like, even when we were little, we only had a small place to play out in that 5 acres, but it was fun. That's when you could be a child. You could play, like you were talking about, playing outdoors. That was our gift there. If anything good came out of it, it was our playtime with our friends. And so this is a space where it will be, when it's developed, fully developed and open, it's for all community, for anyone who wants to come and enjoy that space.
Good,
you know,
good.
Gatherings, family gatherings, community gatherings, whatever, it will be there. And it will be awesome when it's done.
Very good. I like the sounds of that. That's very exciting.
Yes.
Okay, I see some handsome man there. Oh, man. Sorry, I got
there he is.
I don't know who to turn to now. Both these gentlemen just smiling at me. Oh, I'm blushing. So let's see. This guy is Joel. Is that how you say your name, Joel?
Yeah, Ani bonjour. I'm Joel White Duck. I'm Chef Joel White Duck from Nish Dish restaurant in Toronto. And I'm really happy and excited to be here today. I'm so happy to have been invited to see you all. It's wonderful to hear your voices and see our kokums, and our we said kokumis when I was young to my grandma. And this is also an honor for me to be able to just talk just 1 minute just about her, because that's who you're reminding me of, all the love I got from her growing up. Her name is Beatrice White Duck, and she used to play bingo with us at home. And she took care of us many times when my mother needed help. She also lived to 100 years old. and she went to the spirit world in 2013. So, Chimigwech, for all of you, grandmas and Mishomas too, for guiding the way for us and making it possible for me to be here today and do the work that I do. So thank you for having me. And I'm originally from North Bay. My grandmother's from Nipissing, but I've been living in Toronto for over 30 years. And for the last 22, I've been trying to find our food sources and bring them back to our community here, because I grew up with a lot of them because my parents were like hunters, and my mother would bring us for berry picks, and we would tap trees, and I learned to fish and do all those things. But when I came to the city, I didn't have access to any of that stuff, and neither do most people here. In this big city of 8 million people, it's really hard to get our food. There are now 3 restaurants that are mine closed during COVID, but I'm going to find a way to reopen it because the community is supporting me through a GoFund campaign. So I'm really happy that so many people are behind Nish Dish and bringing the food to the people. So one of the things we do in our restaurant is we create Indigenous gardens in the city. And we invite all the people, youth. We've also created a not-for-profit to help build and sustain those gardens. And we teach how to create the indigenous pollinator plants to bring back our indigenous bees, which are totally different than all the bees that are out there. Honeybees are not the same, and those aren't the bees that were here. So there's a lot of things we need to teach in our programs, and that's one of the programs that Nish is trying to do. We teach how to do the 3 sisters, the corn, the beans, the squash together, but we teach it through ceremony, which is what I've been taught that our people were always doing. We got together, we learned the plant songs, the seed songs, and they were taught to us back in the day, and we want to learn them again and bring them back to the community members here to grow our food so that we can feed our people our proper diets, to keep our health strong, to keep our children strong. We have programs that teach baby food, how to make baby food for your baby, the right plants and the right vegetables. And so that's just a little introduction I want to share with you today. I'm really looking forward to the talk next month that we're going to be on. And thank you so much for bringing that laughter to us. Chimigwech.
Oh, and Nyawa for coming and sharing that information.
Thank you so much.
What's the name of the restaurant?
It's called Nish Dish, like Nish, Dish, like Anishinaabe, because I'm a Anishinaabe from Nipissing.
I think Bambi was probably thinking she could go there and order a niche.
I wanted to share with you. How you say your name in the Cayuga language. It's Joel Twa. Joel White Duck.
Yeah.
White duck. You say white duck? White duck in Cayuga. Oh, that's where we got our first seeds. The Cayugan people came to Nish Dish, and they brought us our very, very first seeds from 500-year-old seeds that were kept. So we started our garden with your people's seeds. So Chimigwech to all of you, thank you so much, and we're going to keep making those gardens.
Maybe we can come visit you this when it's all over this COVID. We can come see you and see your gardens.
I hope you will. I hope you will. We'll have lots of food for you.
Yes. That would be awesome.
We'll take a bus and we'll
love
come
to
up
help
there.
A bus. Yeah, they feel like we're going to bingo. We get on the bus. Who's this guy that just coming in? Is that Kevin? Yeah. Oh, he's a good guy.
Scano Kevin.
For the
Scano.
community.
Scano. When the Shrio
You know
want
that
Oh,
lacrosse, the
yeah,
hockey, basketball.
Oh
All
yeah,
good
yeah. It's
stuff.
all my aside from my family and my kids. Yeah, that's some of the loves
Tried to get
of
my
my life.
grandson.
Yeah, yeah. So like I want to say Scano Swaguego to everybody, and coming from you from the we'll say the world headquarters of the Cuga Nation Wolf Clan down on second line. Yeah.
That's up the
And,
other end. What you
There we
talking
go.
that
Yeah,
for?
yeah. Everyone call me the other end these days. Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah. What are you doing up the other end? People say. Yeah. Well, I'm living here. But I'm really honored to be here today, and really, I guess one of the things that we're going to be sharing with you is really a lot about our games. Again, and the games, like it says, that we play in our Haudenosaunee communities are all kind of stickball games, and very very grateful. It says that my great uncle Howard actually gifted me with a stick many years ago, we'll say, and gifted me with a stick and really introduced me to the game when I was about 4 years old. And my hotney always said, he said, you should have seen the big Agyont day, the big smile you had on your face when he first give you that stick. He says, because it's been really exciting. I said, to be a part of this game, because my grandpa played, Andy Bombury played as well, and again, he played all over the place and coached as well, and it's just been a part of who I am. It's been a part of, I guess, my Gaya Kohono type of history, and it's also been embedded in terms of who we are. There's so many different reasons that we play our game. I'm not really going to get into it right now. I said that'll be part of my formal presentation, but I just want to, I guess, really talk about these games. They're medicine games. They're healing games. They'll always be that, and I think that's the importance of it too. For me as a Ungwi Homi Haudenosaunee male, it's been something that says that's been part of, I guess, part of my gifts, but also part of my strength, part of who I am, and it'll always continue to be there. And I think that's something I want to be able to continue to share with people, so they have a good understanding, like good understanding, not only the stickball game that we play here, but also the other kind of the double ball games that we play as well. They're all important to who we are, and it's important, I said, as a male, that we continue to share those games and continue to pass that on. It's part of our responsibility. I was having a really good conversation yesterday with one of my Wolf Clan friends and family members from down in Oneida Nation, and that's what we were talking about. I said it's a responsibility, I said, for us to continue to share that with everybody, and as a medicine, it's good. It really awakens who we are, and it's part of it's connected to our spirit. It also is everything that we do. Like I said, the stick that we hold in our hand, any stick that we play with a double ball game, or like I say, we any stick that we do, everything comes from a Wednesday, and it comes from our mother, the earth. And I think that's important, and that's important because everything that is made for us is all connected, and it's allowed me, like I said, to continue to share it and continue to grow with it, and just continue to be involved in so many different ways. That always, if I'm hurting, or if I feel like that my spirit is not where it's supposed to be, I can pick up a stick and go play, and it makes me feel good again, and it puts a smile on my face. And I think that's really what it's truly all about. And I'm sitting down here in my basement. I said I had a good workout before I got on the call. I says, and then I think that's the part of the Guanaguio, that good mind is that we all have. It's part of our responsibility to continue to share that, and that's what all these games do for us. It just puts you I think, to me, it's about balance. Like I said, in life, it just says sometimes you're here, sometimes you're there, but you have a good balance in life, and really that's what it's all about. And I'm really looking forward to the presentation I'm going to be doing, I guess, later this month. And good to see everyone's smiling, happy faces on here, and everyone. I was wishing everyone a great day, and continue to do that again. Noqua to me is who we are. It's part of our medicines, and the games that we play. Like you say, that's part of who we are, and really appreciate it. And Nyawa, and everyone have a great day. Okay.
Now, Kevin.
Yeah.
On and Yama for coming and sharing those words. We look forward
Glad
to
you came, Kevin. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
hearing
yeah,
your
me too. Yeah.
presentation.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
It is good medicine. Good medicine.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
How
Onigi,
now?
hola.
Onigi,
Good medicine.
Yeah.
Yes.
that was another
Now,
handsome guy. Just came and went.
Ano, sabugo.
Hola.
Hey, Gonyo. Yaso.
Hello, people.
Hi. It's Carmen here. I'm a relative there to Kevin.
It's
So glad to
Carol.
see him. Both him and I, we work together, and I've been asked to come here, and so I'm honored. I'm very grateful to sit here. And Renee here. Renee is my sister. Okay, she's my sister not by blood, but she's my sister by ceremony. So we're like brothers and sister. And so she is, I would say, played a great big part to my up and coming and helping me to stand back up as a man.
Critical. She's a good grandmother.
So,
Okay, Carmen.
so I'm very grateful, and I'm very honored to be here. I say with great, happiness.
We're honored to have you, Carmen.
I'm a sensitive man. It took me a while to own that, and so I'm very grateful for that. And I remember the words both Renee and Grandmother Sarah shared. Like they're one of the first, to see me, like to see me for who I was. And at that time, I couldn't see myself. And so when I come on for presentation, I'll be talking about relationships. And I think the most important one, is the relationship you have with yourself. This COVID, this time of COVID, the time we're in now, we're isolated.
That's true.
But you know what? We're never alone. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. And when we do Ganonyo, like when we acknowledge those parts of creation, they hear us. And so I'm very grateful, and when I went back to Longhouse, I remember going when I was just a little weenie guy, I remember going, and I didn't go back till I was about 35. And when I did, I remember we finished Stoa, on the last day of Gayandawana. And I remember hearing when we said Yawa after we finished Stoa. And us wolves won that time, okay? But the bears are probably saying "Sha, sha." But I remember when I said Yama, I heard this screech. I heard the screech of a bird, and I looked around, and I when I went and sat down beside my friend. He's Wolf Clan Seneca, and I asked him. I says, "Did you hear anything?" And he says, "No." And so what I heard, what it sounded like was the eagle. And so I asked around, I asked some of the Hadrinhos, I asked some of them, and one of them answered me, and he says, they're glad you're back. So, I think a lot of our people, are finding who they are, so be it whether you're Ongohoe, Anishinaabe, or Mushkegowuk, find who you are, because when you answer that question, who am I? That's really important, so that's what I'm going to be talking about, when I work with Gail on Thursday. I believe I'm coming on board on Thursday. And so I'm very appreciative of my journey. It's been uphill, but you know what? It's been very rewarding as well. And I have a lot of support and a lot of good people, like I know the grandmas, I remember meeting them at with part of the New Orators, so I've been around just like they've been. I'm a little bit younger, but hey, I enjoy it, I enjoy the company. So with that, I look forward to
We've been
sharing
around,
a little bit more.
we've been around all
Hopefully I
right.
won't cry. No. But Yawa for this
Yeah.
time. And,
It's okay to cry. Okay to cry. That's the one thing I taught my sons. It's okay to cry. I taught my grandsons. It's okay to cry. It's okay.
Yeah. Don't cry.
I know.
Yawa.
I'm proud of you, Carmen. You're a good man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there's Darlene and Beverly. Oh, those girls. You know those girls?
Oh, yeah, I know them ladies. Yep.
Hi, Piano. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Beverly.
Us.
They are.
Yeah.
What's going on? How you ladies doing?
Say go, Darlene.
That's good.
Crying. I gotta tell myself it's okay to cry.
Oh yeah, it's good to cry.
I must be getting deaf. Yep, for sure.
So what kind of words you
Probably
ladies
one of
got
the
to share
best
with us?
medicines too.
Are you going to be telling your story, Darlene?
Yeah, both Bev and I will be talking in February. So, yeah.
And what are you going to talk about?
Tell us a little bit about you. Yeah, tell us about yourself.
Well, we attended the residential school from 66 to 70 when it closed. So I remember being asked about how hard it was. I go, it wasn't that hard. And then they said, well, you need to think about it. So then I had time to think about it, probably years to think about the lack of the emotional support that was there all the time. So I think that's the biggest thing. And I knew that when I had kids, that's the one thing I was going to do, is make sure that they knew they were loved and to be able to hug them. And so, but it also created that lack of trust though for me too, to connect with other people. And I find that was the hardest thing. I could work, I can do my work awesome. If you just let me work, I'm going to be the best worker. You try to talk to me, it's like, I got to work. So I had to build that we're okay. It's okay to associate with somebody else.
I remember that girl don't even take vacations. She gets vacation time and goes right to work.
Go work somewhere else.
The butterfly.
Yeah, that's nice.
And Beverly, tell us about you.
How about you, Beverly?
Yeah, I was 7 when I went. I went by myself because I was sick. I had open heart surgery when I was 7. So I was in Toronto sick children, and then I went home for a little while. And then when I went, it was through CAS. And I remember going through that the long driveway. And to me, it seemed like a while before we got there. And then they tell you that
you go off.
you have to cut your hair and change into their clothes. But I remember them saying that the only time that we could talk is if they asked us something.
Did that carry with you?
Well, when I had children, I let them talk for themselves. So now they're very outgoing. Outspoken and outgoing too.
Good.
And even though I had brothers and sisters there, we never, all we did is sit at the same table, the boys on one side, the girls on another.
So when you come on, you're going to be telling your story then of your experience at the mush hole?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that will be some good things to share about, because we need more and more people. I know a lot of people know about the residential school, but hopefully there's new people on that will learn some new information, and they'll be more wise about the experience of our people that had to go, were taken away and stolen to the residential schools. And I know
experience that.
your healing journeys. We look forward to hearing your healing journeys because I'm sure it's been a long process, but those smiles on your face tell me that you start doing it and you're having fun now.
And that's wonderful. Thank you for mentioning that. Sherry and I just wanted to pop on and say how important that week, the week of February 8th through to the 12th is going to be, because we have reached out to many survivors and surviving that really want to come on board and speak to their experience, but then also share, their healing journeys, which is really empowering for those, that need support right now. So, I'm grateful for all of you for stepping into this technology world and for showing up and for answering the emails and contacting us and really wanting to share your voice, your experience. And so there'll be a lot of really great information that week for anyone that wants to jump on and watch, or even, get their schools involved. And as Roberta was saying earlier, there's a lot of initiatives that the grassroots, I guess, group that put this together. Ida is on here somewhere right now. I think she's just with listening right now, but there's a lot of hard work being done in bringing the survivors together to support each other. And so we want to do that. Grandmother's Voice is a unified body of people, Indigenous people that want to gather with community and make change for all of us. So thank you all for showing up.
I think it's good too, because if you get the range of people that were in there long before we were there, and their stories are a lot different than what our stories are, because they had to work a lot more, like out of the school system, so they didn't have that experience of the going to school all the time, whereas ours was more going to school and theirs was more doing farm work or whatever kind of work that they had. So it gives a broader perspective of how changes were happening too in that time.
Yeah, for sure, because it was going on for a lot of years. So, but we look forward to hearing your story, and it's an important one for sure.
I remember.
What were you saying?
What?
I remember I had friends that were in residential school. I had friends that were in residential school, and they would run away from there, and they would come to my house, and I would hide them. And for seeing the RCMPs at the door, Yvonne, they got to come by. They have to go back there. They just have to go back there. But me as a little girl, I didn't understand either. Still trying to understand too, why they had to take them from me. Explain to me, right? So I want to hear these stories, so so I can learn it as well. I tried to help, and I couldn't. We were all, even us that didn't go.
Webster. Tammy Webster to Bingo Grannies.
Hoi, Gagana.
Gano.
So, my name's Tammy Webster, and I'm Algonquin. Don't hold it against me. From Kiganzibi. I'm kind of in different territory down here in Southern Ontario, but I know. Me? Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good. So, and I know Jody and Sherry from work.
How do you?
No.
What's that?
Okay.
She must be talking to somebody else. When you're louder than everyone else, your voice, your volume takes over.
No, Yeah, so I know Jody and Sherry from work. We've done a lot of fun stuff together. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. They just call me in when all sorts of people cancel out, and they're like, "Hey, Timmy, come and talk to us for like 20 minutes."
Because we know that you will.
Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We couldn't do it without
Yes.
you.
We're listening.
So I have no idea what I'll be talking about. I just jump in with stories. As you can see, we joke in my family, and they say I'm the white sheep of the family because of my looks instead of the black sheep. Yeah, so my mom did go to residential school as well. We hid in mainstream society because of our looks for many years. Yeah, I tend to laugh a lot. We joke a lot. We have fond memories. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what I bring to the conversations is I love the dirty humor that comes out because you know what, they don't like that humor at work too much. I get in trouble or people look at me funny. So it's nice to get it because I don't get it when I get to go home because my mom is in a long-term care right now. So with COVID, we haven't been able to have those conversations. But we do FaceTime, and it's funny because the nurse who does it for us, she gets all embarrassed when we start talking, bad.
That's worked up.
Yeah. Right? And then you hear the nurse laughing, and then the phone goes all lopsided while we're trying to talk. So yeah, so that's me. I'm open book. I find a way to connect, and I look forward to this because again, we had this conversation much earlier. Is that we need to find the laughter, right? In those kind of crappy times, it's good to laugh. It's good to cry. It's good to come in and hug. All of that. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Tammy, thanks. Because when we were talking about what we are creating, we invited a lot of people to have their voice, and their ideas heard. And yours was really important because you said, like, we're intergenerational survivors. Like we're just we're trying to survive, right? So thank you, and Sherry as well, right? Sherry will be speaking as well.
Yeah, a little bit too about my story as well. Like my mom is a residential school survivor, and she never talked very much about it. And then of course when she would talk, she would go to social services and ask for some counseling, and then social services response was to turn around and scoop us up. So I'm also 60 scoop, and I wasn't raised with my family for the first 10 years of my life. And so, getting in touch with my family now and my sisters and, my aunts and uncles, like we have lots of fun together and talk. And even though that those stories were hard when we were younger, this is also another way of just really connecting to who we are and to be that in that spot. So thanks, Tammy. I'm so glad that you're here and that we'll be in the same room or the same day talking about some of our experiences and where we've gone. And I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she just turned 49, and we were saying like, oh, mom would be just so proud of all the things that we're accomplished that she couldn't do. So we also do an awful lot of this stuff for our parents that couldn't do the stuff that we're doing as well. So we glitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's try and all wear the same clothes when we're all on the same panel. Right. It can look like fun little, twinsy moments.
You're awesome.
It was nice to meet you, Tammy, and we look forward to hearing your stories that you're going to share.
I hope so. Bring your tea and some food, and we'll have lots of laughs, man. Okay, thanks. Team Neglect, everyone. Have a good one.
Yeah. Ona.
Wonder if she knows any.
What?
Hey, it's going. Oh,
Wendy.
I can't see Jody anymore.
Oh, there's Wendy.
Welcome.
Oh, hi.
Wendy.
Yeah, I made it.
Diego, how are you?
Oh, heck. I'm like $1 million here. I'm just sewing away, making all our clothes. Yeah. Thought they go for the midwinters. Yeah. But anyways, I don't know what did you want me to talk about? I can talk about a lot of different things.
I just want
Schedule.
you to introduce yourself and you know, briefly talk about what you're going to talk about when you come on in a couple of weeks.
Well, so I have worked a lot of different jobs, and mostly as a healer. But recently I was a professor at University of Windsor teaching Aboriginal law. So I was teaching about the Great Law and a lot of different teachings that we have that are like our laws for how we're supposed to conduct ourselves, like within a home, within a community, within in the world as just as a Haudenosaunee. Like we have a lot of different ways of being, I guess. But I think that I'm not sure who the audience is. Like I don't know if they wanna what they wanna hear or what they wanna know. I can talk about spiritual stuff, like I've had a lot of experiences of spiritual stuff that gives you clarity about how your day is kind of guided, how it's guided, and how to pay attention to get closer to the creator and your guide and all of that. I can talk about healing. Like, what does that mean?
I think it's really up to you what you want to speak about. It's whatever you're feeling that day that's gonna contribute to this whole sessions of these workshops and the healing. And so whatever you're feeling, whatever comes to you, that's what you'll need to share.
Yeah, awesome. I usually but I want to know who I'm talking to. Like, who is the audience?
Well, I think Jody might be able to answer that if she could come on and tell us.
Yeah. Hey, you're muted. Jody, you're muted.
My family would usually have a problem with that.
Yeah, I saw your lips
if I
moving,
can
but
walk
I'm like,
around.
Is she testing my ability to read lips? No.
Well, I really think it's just going to be who wants to listen, and we've been advertising this, and community has been asking for this, and we have this opportunity to share it from different community members. So we have over 30 speakers over the next 9 weeks. Yeah. So it really is going to be speaking to for the broad audience, I guess, on that for the 1 hour. But Wendy, you're going to be doing a continuation, like a workshop after that. So people will know what they're signing up for to spend some time with you. I think we have 4 additional hours with you. And it's because, well, we think you're fabulous. So that's why we're, not that we don't think everyone else is fabulous, but it's really important during this time to learn how to connect and whatever that, right? So, and if there was anyone that I would choose to spend time with, it would be you.
All right. Yeah, I think maybe it would be I'll just go with what's going that day, what comes to me that day, but I think I'm gonna talk more about spirituality and how to be okay with whatever goes on in your life. Like, that's the thing that people have problems with, is like when they have good experiences, they're all happy, and that's nice. But when we have crises or when we have bad experiences, that's when people kind of get rattled. And I think what's going on with the COVID and everything, I think that's kind of really shaking up a lot of people. Lots of anxiety and lots of depression. But I don't know. I just want to talk about being able to make the most of your days. I'm in heaven with this with this COVID. It's kind of funny, but I'm really enjoying being home I'm really enjoying being with my family. It's been a long time that I've had this kind of time. And I think, yeah, that's what I'd like to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, well, and it's best for our spirit if we can look at it as a blessing and in some way that all this time we get to spend with our families, and despite all this other stuff that's going around. So Nyawa and everybody will look forward to your talk and your workshop after that, and whatever you share was what people are going to be needing to hear too that day. So Nyawa.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks, Wendy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Yeah, Skonga. We'll see you later.
Okay, so I seen somebody here for a second, then they was gone. Oh, there's Marsha and Gabriel. Right? Is it Gabriel or Gabrielle?
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Hi.
Got those smiling faces. What were you up to before you got on the camera? So tell us about yourself again, and tell us what you're going to be sharing with us when it's your time.
Okay. Tanse everyone, Tisnigasin, Gabrielle Jubenville. Hi, my name is Gabrielle Jubenville. I'm from Alberta area in Edmonton. And outside of there, I'm from a reserve called Enoch Cree Nation. And yeah, you introduce yourself too.
Hi, my name is Marshall Jack Morriso. I'm an Indigenous First Nations Cree and Métis. I live here in Brandon, Manitoba, and I am from the First Nations called the Passaic Cree Nation, which is in northern Manitoba.
And our week, we're going to be speaking about awakening the medicine in the youth, and how we're going to be talking about our journeys, how we awoken our medicine in us, and also about we're going to be introducing We Matter to the youth, because we've heard that we're going to be speaking to a lot of youth in the Catholic school board system. And yeah, we're super excited.
Yeah, and I just could say a little bit more about what We Matter is. We Matter is a national campaign organization. It's Indigenous youth-led for Indigenous youth, and it's basically all about life promotion and suicide prevention. So we, Gabrielle and I, as ambassadors for that campaign, deliver messages of hope, culture, and strength to Indigenous youth to hopefully inspire them to kind of see their potential that's inside of them. That strength that comes from inside is their culture, and then hopefully that can lead them to live a very successful and fulfilling life.
And hopefully to give them some inspiration to self-care and how we've been taking care of ourselves during this COVID pandemic. And it's been hard, like we're still struggling, and we also want to give hope to maybe there is youth that are watching from up north, and we know it's definitely harder out there, because we both went to communities up north in different regions, and we've seen, and yeah, we just hopefully give them some power, give them some
right on
courage and love.
For sure, that sounds really good. I'm really looking forward to your talk, because you guys are our future, and it was many moons ago when I looked fresh like you guys. So I'm gonna be happy to hear your words, and it empowering those youth. Like, their creator didn't make no mistakes. They all got gifts, and helping them to find their way to find those gifts. That's what's going to be important about your talk. So I'm excited about that. And I just wanted to ask you, Gabrielle, you say Enoch Nation you're from. Is that where that Cree Funny Man is from?
I don't know what Cree Funny Man is. Marshall said he used to pray for a woman that had a crazy Cree laugh. So.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm a little bit old, but what the heck, eh?
It's true. And here she is.
Well, Nyawa, and thank you for sharing your words, and we look forward to your talk.
Sounds good. See you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so who do we got with us now, Bambi? You're pretty quiet back there. Hey, you're gonna have to introduce yourself.
Anishna, Nawakajizi, Miigwan, Dick Nakas from the Chippewas, Kettle, and Stony Point First Nation. I live in Hamilton. So my cowboy name I go by is Lyndon George. So I want to just acknowledge the grandmothers here, and I'm sitting here quietly thinking as I listen to the previous guest. I hope the grannies don't ask me why I'm smiling, because I can't lie to a granny, and then there's going to be a whole lot of beep 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 going on. So what I'm hoping, I'm very humbled and honored to be part of this speaker series for so many reasons, and the biggest reason is because it's allowing me to fulfill one of our shared responsibilities, and that responsibility that we have as Indigenous people to bring back to our people the knowledge and the wisdom that we gather along our path. So I'm very thankful for that. And when we get together and we gather in my segment on March 4th, Thursday at 10 a.m., some of the things that I want to share about that I've done along my journey that I've picked up and added to my bundle are going to be those things such as who I am as an intergenerational survivor of Canadian Indian residential schools. My mother was the survivor. Who I am and what I've learned as a federal Indian day school survivor, and what it's taken me to be resilient and strong in my daily walk. Who I am as the family member to Dudley George of the Ipperwash crisis and the traumas that I've had to deal with over the past 30 years as having to have dealt with Mike Harris government and our federal government and all the pressures they put on us. And who I am as a Anishinaabe Ojokwe, two-spirit, Indigenous, queer, and the medicines that I've picked up along the way that have been gifted to me by grandmothers and grandfathers, and acknowledging that that I'm so very honored and pleased and happy to be a member of the Two-Spirit Nation, Anishinaabe Ojokwe, as we say in our language, because we carry the masculine and the feminine teachings, but because of the masculine and feminine, all the food that I get to share into, because I get invited to everything. I get invited to the baby shower, to the bridal shower, to go hang out in the garage or by the willow tree when they're changing the motor. I get invited to do all that stuff, so I'm getting, and you couple that with COVID, I'm getting a nice big round warm belly from all that food I'm be sharing. So I want to thank you all for the opportunity that I'm going to be able to share and fulfill this responsibility, and I look forward to gathering again that Thursday, March 4th at 10 a.m. with all of my brothers and sisters who care to come and listen to me. So, Chimigwetch, and keep doing all the awesome, wonderful work that you're doing by spreading the humor and helping people to remind us that humor is one of the strongest medicines that we have. Congrats.
Now and Lyndon for sharing those words. It sounds good, and we look forward to what you're going to share and your experience and all your knowledge that you carry. And I wish you could bring us some donuts with all this food you're talking about.
Well, I wish you could be making me some real good corn soup right now.
I'm making
when this pandemic is over, I won't forget who you are. I'll be looking for my corn soup, and I'll bring you some donuts.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Then we will be right on that.
You have hundreds of witnesses now.
Great. Oh, now and then we'll see you soon.
Bama Pigo Abman.
Okay, Jane Burning, how you doing there, beautiful? Speak up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. No, still can't hear you.
Well, you're unmuted on this side, Jane, so I don't know what's up. Do you have something plugged in on your side? And I just had Tala there, but there's I don't know why your volume isn't on. Let me just try here. No. Turn it up on your volume. Oh, I don't know. Can we hear everybody else? There's Tala. How are you?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. And there's Tala. She always looks so good and stylish. Oh, she just exited too. No, still can't hear you, Jane. You might have to log off and log on again. Try to log out and then log back in. We have a couple. I think Val's in here too. Let me see Val. Oh, there's Val.
Hey, I scandal Val.
Hi, Val.
Hi, Scandal.
Going in and out.
Yeah, sometimes with the phones, it's not a good connection. Can you hear us, Val? I'm not sure.
We can't hear you.
I can't, yeah.
I don't know.
There's Tala. Tala, hello.
Hi, Scandal. Hello there. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Nice to see you. You got beautiful smile there, young lady.
Thank you.
So tell us about yourself and tell us what you're going to be talking about.
Okay. My English name is Tala Tutusis. I come from the Tutusis family of Treaty. I'm from Treaty 6 and Plains, Cree, Nakota Sioux, and Haudenosaunee. My Mohawk name is Atawalinis. I come from the Bear clan of the Akwesasne Longhouse. And my Cree name is Wiatagwe Nuna Hiawaskwe Gasoyan. I'm from Sturgeon Lake First Nation in Saskatchewan. I'm going to be discussing a lot of the things that I work on, which is ribbon skirts and recovery from addictions, and awakening the medicines within those specific topics for myself. It comes forward because I'm a recovering addict of crystal meth, and the only reason I sobered up from crystal meth was because of traditional medicines and ceremonies. I'm only able to be who I am and do the things that I do. I sew ribbon skirts, I quill, I bead, I paint. I'm an advocate and a motivational speaker, and all of that is because of ceremony and traditional medicines. And so, as a person who also holds a Bachelor of Indigenous Social Work degree, I use that as best as I can to try find ways to bring our ceremonies without exploiting them into the arenas of helping people sober up from drugs and alcohol, such as crystal meth. I traveled to many communities to talk about how I sobered up from crystal meth and tried to give them different preventative measures to help their community. As well as I wrote a book. I'm a poet. And so I share a lot of everything I talk about within my talks. It involves the poetry, my spoken word, and it's all about social justice, and my ribbon skirts, which are talking about awakening the cooking within myself, being able to talk about rape culture so that I can help young women who are afraid maybe to wear a skirt, who are afraid maybe to attend ceremony because of lateral violence, who are afraid maybe to attend ceremony because of predatory elders, such as fake medicine men who pretend to take over the role for the idea of power over, and trying to take advantage of people who are vulnerable. I use my voice and my experience as someone who was taken advantage of to share the power of the ribbon skirt, how it can be a tool in teaching our young people body boundaries, sacred spaces, safe spaces, and to know that a ceremony is always a safe space and that we're always able to be how we are when we're in ceremony, where no one can touch us, no one can say sexual things towards us, no one can make us feel uncomfortable or try hit on us. And a ceremony is not a place to try find a partner. And so they should never feel that someone's trying to hit on them, and if they're the medicine man or the medicine woman, that they're out of line, that they're breaking a natural law, a kinship law. And these things we don't talk about because of the rampant cycle of sexual abuse and incest because of residential school. Because we don't talk about it, people are hush hush. So when somebody wants to sober up or they want to reclaim their culture and start going to ceremonies, a lot of times they'll run into these predators who will groom them and who will try to be some way with them, or take advantage of their vulnerability. And I step in as a person who says, let's talk about ribbon skirts. Do you want to make a ribbon skirt? Let's talk about that. Or let's talk about poetry, or let's talk about addictions. And in the midst of my talk, I'll bring it up. By the way, while you're out there in the world and you're trying to reclaim your spirit, you're trying to get your Indian name, you're trying to learn how to learn your songs and your language, know that we're all affected by colonization. We are all affected by the traumatic effects of residential school. And that just because someone has a gift doesn't mean they're a good person. Just because someone has a bundle doesn't mean they're a good person. We are all affected by this, and that we have to be careful and mindful, because there's so many women and men who've been assaulted in ceremony and sweat lodges and darkroom ceremonies, and they don't talk about it because we don't talk about ceremony stuff out in the open. But that kind of thing is something that needs to be talked about so that people feel safe, so that they want to sew, they want to bead, they want to quilt, they want to get their degree and go to treatment, and they want to take care of their children, get their children back, when it's that small little gate they have to get through. Finding mentors, finding elders, finding things that will help them to want to stay sober, to want to go to university, or want to be able to reclaim their space in their land and their territory, and learn to garden and learn to make sweat lodges and connect with the medicines and pick medicines and harvest at harvest time, or the young men who want to learn how to hunt. All these kinds of things are so important, so long as they know what a real leader is. And when someone is trying to take advantage of them or try to groom them or make them feel uncomfortable or be colonial in any way, like a real dictatorship kind of person, that they won't want to be inspired, they won't be encouraged, they won't keep going, they'll fall, they may relapse, they may go backwards. And all of these things is why I talk about what I talk about, why my poetry is about rape culture, and why my poetry is about recovering from drugs and alcohol with traditional medicines and ceremonies. And when I'm talking about awakening the medicines within, it's a lot about identity and understanding that even though I myself am a recovering addict of crystal meth, no matter what, I will always be at the Walinas, Bear Clan of the Akwesasne Longhouse. I will always be at the Guayno Nehiao Square Segasoyan. I will always be in Nehiao Akasquayok, no matter what. No, nothing can break that. And as long as our people learn that and start to understand that, they'll feel that empowered understanding that it was always inside of them, and they needed no one to be able to wake up to keep going forward and reclaiming and being successful and empowering the people around them, and healing themselves, and understanding that with Indigenous healing, because I have an Indigenous holistic social work degree that works on the Indigenous worldview. When we heal ourselves, we heal our family, we heal our community. And when we talk about these things, our families, they start to get encouraged, and then they want to heal. And that oral tradition of sharing our story, sharing what helps us, the practices and the processes of different ideologies of help and healing, such as telling your story, group therapies such as being in a sweat lodge, being in talking circles, sharing your story, writing it down, the therapeutic processes such as sewing, beading, quilling, picking medicines, being out on the land, being in the bush, that's all therapeutic. And when people start to learn these things, they get empowered and they want to change.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Boy, I'm glad you're here today, Tala, that you were able to do what you needed to do to come back to the beautiful person and beautiful spirit you are, and all these good words you're sharing. You're gonna have a good story to tell, and I'm just by sitting and sewing with people or sharing that part, you can continue on with getting them to open up in their stories. So that's really good to hear. I'm glad about that. And I bet your words you make are beautiful. And we look forward to your talk. I'm glad you're going to be with us in this series.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, we sure do. Yeah,
okay.
You give us hope. You give us lots of hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Seiko
Okay,
Jane.
Seiko Jane.
Can you hear? No, we can't hear you. No.
Can't hear you.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait for the day that you speak. I don't know
Unless
what
you write
happened.
it on paper and you hold it up like those tiki-talkies where they do the.
I can't.
But you look good anyway, Jane.
Yeah, she looks
Whatever
good.
you're going to talk
fast
about, you
writer?
know it's going to be about healing.
Right on here.
So maybe just share when Jane is going to talk. When's her time, Jody?
She's the. Let me just double check here. I think the second week in March. Just double check. That's a good idea. Let me see here. She's also doing she's also doing a workshop. So Jane is Thursday, February 18th, and how the medicines within will help heal the wounds we carry. And that's what she's going to be speaking about.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and then she's doing 2 evenings following that date for a workshop that we're inviting other any guests that would like to be a part of what she's offering there. Because again, Sherry and I have had some amazing experiences in the workshops and the work that she does, and she just is fabulous.
Good.
And beautiful.
Okay, Jane, we look forward to your talk, and hopefully we can hear you by then. Now,
oh, did we just hear?
Yeah,
well, can we hear you now?
Bill, I thought so. I thought I could.
Hola.
Hola. Wait, we have Val now.
Okay, Val.
Can you hear
let's
me?
see if we can hear you better now.
Can you hear us, Val?
Yep.
I can hear you. I hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome, Val. Welcome to the Grandmother Series and Grandmother Voices. And what can you tell us about yourself and what you're going to be sharing?
I forget what I was going to be sharing.
Oh, here, let me get your title.
My name is.
That's what happens.
Okay.
There you go.
When you get older, you forget.
Oh yeah, I know that. I hear you, sister.
Well, I'll just tell you my name till Jody gets. My name is Adebara Gichidakwe. Did you hear me? My name is Adebara Gichidakwe. You guys keep freeing on me, and I'm from Mississauga as a credit. Yeah. My mom and dad have always lived there. My family. Do I? I've always lived there all my life. Okay. And my grandma, she's originally from Six Nations, and her name was Shaking Flower. I knew she came from Six Nations after she talked about it when she came to my home, and she helped me do a lot of different things, learn a lot of different things. But she went to residential school too. So ever since she passed, I've been doing a lot of things in the community, like ceremonies, paying attention to my dreams, and gathering people. So my mom used to call me the gatherer, and and that's not my name though. It's about she who speaks the truth. And so that's what I've been doing for the last 35 years in my community, is bringing back culture into the community. And it's been a struggle at times and fun at the same time, but I can look back and see what has happened. And right now I'm got my building. I was working at Judah's place, which is Alva Jameson, the traditional medicine person, and Dr. Karen Hill, but we've kind of gone different ways this last year during COVID. Karen's kind of working up north with and Moosonee flying in. Elva's still continuing on what she's doing, and I'll still work over there at Judah's when she wants to open back up. But I'm still doing things at my place with my building and offering things there, like I had that dream 30 years ago to do. So that's what I'm doing. But I do a lot of work for the missing and murdered Indigenous women the last 10 years, and I'm going to be doing another event on New Credit. I stopped doing one for a while, a couple of years, but I wanted to different work the ribbons and a lot of things virtual and do it in whole so that the ribbons, people can come in and do the ribbons and do the ceremony at the end. We just got the go ahead by the COVID emergency team on our reserve, so programs are be working with me. It's different that they're going to be working with me. So doing that kind of work, and I'd help with what I want to do, like a water walk. I get the water walkers when they come through, but I want to do all the time. I work at the school, work like that. But I do ceremonies and things like that. I have a sweat. I do a lot of modalities. I do tea readings. I do counseling and my family. But I think that's what I'm going to be talking about, Jody. Is that MMIW? Oh,
no, it's a good thing I'm. This is the connecting to. I know. Can you imagine? I gotta just say, like, organizing like 30 plus Indigenous people is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Native time, whatever they call it, I don't know. But I'm definitely learning my patience, and I'm becoming very, very. I'm like specialized in this now. I might be able to make a lot of money, but it's so fun.
You're good at
yours
it.
You're
Really
now.
good at it, though.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. But your talk is connecting to our spirit rising from the ashes like a phoenix. Remember that? You wrote that.
Oh, yes, I remember. I remember now. Yeah, that's
right?
what came to me. Yeah, that's
right, good.
Yeah. Yeah. Good thing you got my memory back up.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Good thing I have my.
Yeah.
So I take a lot of
so
notes.
why that came to me, that topic is when people are going through things, is that it's almost like snake, like sharing their skin, and all of you healing, I know, and that when we do that healing, we're different when we come out and we see things in a different way. So just like that phoenix, when that phoenix does that, it rises from the ashes and has more power, and it's nothing to be scared of, because some people are scared of when that happens, but it's not. And gathering all of those different resources that we carry inside, that's what I want to talk about, and how I do that, how I help people see that and hold that space for them when they realize that. So that's what I want to do. My Bingo Grannies. What do you think of that?
That sounds awesome. That's what we need to hear, Val.
That sounds awesome.
We look forward to your talk, and now for coming on today.
I'm so excited for that talk too, Val.
Yes.
Thanks for showing up.
Yes.
Thank you,
We love you.
All right.
Okay, Anna.
Love you too.
Okay, so who do we have here? Do what?
As if you didn't know.
Oh, Doug do.
Doug do lot.
Okay, so my seeing my sight is not too good. It seems like
a kind
doobie
man
doo or
program.
something.
Cool.
Mine too. I have to take my glasses off to see you.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about yourself and what you're going to be talking about.
Well, I'm Doug. What do you want me to talk about?
Hi, Doug. I don't
Hello,
know. You
everybody.
tell me.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Jody.
I do.
I was waiting for a thing. Say,
Talk about being a kind man. Yeah, talk about kind man.
There you go. I was trying not to be a kind man for a second.
Yeah, that's what you get.
But apparently won't let me. So I'm going to be doing, I'm a facilitator for the Kind Man program.
What?
The key
kind man are you?
The key is not in. I am a kind man. I've been a facilitator for almost 10 years. 760 men have come through my program in that length of time. Probably about 87% graduation rate, which I'm quite proud of. And most of it is now we get referrals through the court systems, through Nova Vitas, family services, a lot of referrals just from other men that come through. They want their uncles and brothers and everybody to try this program. So yeah, it's kind of I'm quite pleased with myself for doing what I've been able to do so far.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you come from?
Well, Belle, she's my cousin. She's actually a first cousin of mine. Her mother and my mother are sisters, so I'm coming from a bit of New Credit and mostly from Six Nations, I suppose. So yeah, that's where I come from. I'm my mom and dad.
That's good. You didn't get lost along the way, then.
Well, I tried to get lost, but it just didn't work out that way.
Well, we look forward to you sharing information about that program. Like that's a neat program, and there's a big people in there to take it.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, especially when we start going.
Sounds like that program. Yes.
Hello. I also co-developed another program called Hot Nigoa. So great father, teaching men how to be good male role models and what it means to be that. So I'm hoping that we can get back into that program. We haven't done it for about a year now, but COVID really shut things down in that department because most of it's interactive, hands-on sort of thing. So it's a little bit tough for our guys doing this sort of way of doing things.
Well, yeah, we're excited to have you with us in this speaker series too, Doug. Your day is February 16th, Tuesday at 12 o'clock. And then he also has a continuing workshop that people will have an opportunity to sign up for and watch. So we're really excited to share the gifts of the people in the community and the people we work with and that are offering support to our people, any people, all people,
all of them,
all of them.
I've never closed my program to just Indigenous men. It was at one point, then I started to get more and more guys of all men wanted to, and I went to my boss and I said, hey, those guys have spirit too, so can we work with them all? And they said, open it up, let's do it.
Right. It's beautiful. Yeah. And that's what I know Grandmother Renee always says, when we talk about the work that we do, that we have to include everyone.
Adding to the rafters.
Yes.
Right on. Okay, Doug, we look forward to your talk then.
I just want to shake the trees.
How right? Don't let the bicycles fall on you.
Thank you.
I'll see you again on Niggy.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug.
Bye.
Ona.
Okay, so I think we're coming to a close here, right, Jody?
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like the big boss is back down there.
Just because I'm the oldest now.
Boss grandma.
So
it was really wonderful. We've had some really amazing messages coming through just to say how this is just fun and it's been light and people are so happy to see the grandmas talking and showing up.
Yes.
And like you guys can go back and watch and go through all of the feed.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see what these messages were said. But before we go, we just wanted to tell everyone as well that the Bingo Grannies will have their own little show that they're putting on for us on Valentine's Day, February 14th at 1:00.
And that'll be Valentine's and candy.
Okay. Chocolate. Yeah.
So we're excited for that day to see everyone. And I don't know if anyone would like to say anything before we sign off.
I just want to say Nyawa for inviting us. It was fun meeting all these new people, and it really brightened up my day. So Nyawa for asking us to be involved. I appreciate that. How Onigi here.
Yeah. I'm very.
I'm not listening to these speakers.
Yes, me too. Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for inviting us, Renee, meeting us, and Jody,
and
Sherry.
And I just have we got a I love you all message. And then we got Chimagwitch from Joel that was here. He ended up watching the rest of it. And he said, Grandma's for being here to support us all and giving us so much laughter.
Yeah,
Right.
really honored that you guys spent the afternoon with us to do the introduction and to meet more wonderful people that are doing this good work.
Yeah.
Oh,
get ready, grandmas. We're on the road.
All right.
Thank you.
You're going to be a part of, you're going to be a part of the healing process.
See you next.
You're back out of the closet.
All right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What about the closet? You're coming out of the closet.
Yeah, you know how they put us back in the back room. Grandmas are coming out.
See ya. Bye.